Yeah, I knew coming into this area that it is not the safest area. The City of the Dead, also like tens of thousands of people live in the necropolis. So it is a functioning neighborhood as well as burial grounds. I was just physically harassed. Help! Good morning from Darb al-Ahmar. Today we are going to the City of the Dead, which is a vast expanse of Islamic cemeteries and mausoleums over 1,000 years old. Now, the City of the Dead runs north and south of the Cairo citadel, right along the foothills of Mausoleum mountain, and it stretches for about 6 to 7 kilometers, so it is a very large area, which is why we are going to be riding the motorcycle through the City of the Dead. But I will get off to explore a little bit more in depth at certain sections. So yeah, I'll tell you a lot more as we are driving though, so let's not waste any more time. Yalla bina. Alright, let's go. This is a fun neighborhood. I love Darb al-Ahmar. Alright guys, so off to the City of the Dead, this necropolis. Actually, the necropolis lies just outside the, oh god, I need to get out of the way here. Or can I squeeze through first? This truck is definitely taking up a lot of room. What? Now I'm through, bro. Assalamu alaikum, Malish. I think he can make it. I sure hope so. I'm just waiting because I'm scared for my bike. Alright, let's go. Is this like a one-way? I feel like I'm going the wrong way for this road. Or there's just a lot of traffic going this way. But yeah, this necropolis is, you have room, tuk-tuk. This necropolis, it's gonna be so hard to remember anything that I am saying. So yeah, it lies right outside the old walls. This necropolis lies right outside the old walls, which I did film one of, the Ayyubid wall in this neighborhood. And so if you want to look more in depth at this neighborhood, the old walls, you can watch that video. I'll leave it in a link up on the top right. Yeah, but this neighborhood is just absolutely jam-packed with history. It's crazy. I could film here for the rest of the year with the amount of ancient buildings and sites and things to talk about. And I do plan to film a lot more. But not today. Today is all about the City of the Dead. Yeah, and there are two sections to the City of the Dead. There's the northern section, and then there's the southern section. And the northern section, well, the southern section is the oldest. It dates back to the 7th century. And then it expanded. By the way, the 7th century is like the beginning of Islamic Egypt, essentially. It dates back to the time of Fustat, which was the first Islamic capital of like Islamic Egypt back in 642. So very long time ago. But yeah, then it expanded and and then spread into the northern cemetery, which is a little bit later. The northern cemetery is actually much more known for its Mamluk mausoleums and tombs, which apparently are very massive. and that dates to more around the 14th century. Right now we are actually in the Qaytbay market, or Qaytbay market, I never know how to pronounce that right, which is a video I want to make about soon. I've been asked many times by people. It's the tent makers market, also around 1,000 years old, something like that. Nothing is open now though. It is early. What time is it? 9 in the morning. Yeah, I wanted to get an early start for this video because I have no idea how long we'll be spending outside today. And this is Bab Zuweila, one of the old gates of Cairo. I love this site. It's one of my favorite in Cairo. I don't know if you can see the full thing with my GoPro. Yeah, such an impressive site. Anyways, okay. We have to, oh, look at the little kitties. Oh, babies. Oh, they're so cute. I don't want to scare them, but they're so adorable. There they go. Anyways, all right, let's get a move on. Yeah, this entire neighborhood is just amazing. And it's a lot more crowded when it's a little bit later. As I have said so many times before, Egypt wakes up late, starts late, and it stays up very late. So 9 a.m. is pretty early for an Egyptian. Yeah. By the way, what we are going to see today is not just old tombs. As impressive as it's going to be, it is not just old tombs. The City of the Dead, also, like tens of thousands of people live in the necropolis. So it is a functioning neighborhood as well as burial grounds. Yeah, that is something very unique about the area. And they have really been creative with their living environment. So people that live in the City of the Dead have converted like old mausoleums and these areas into living quarters, living rooms, shops, carpentry shops, cafes. I mean, you name it, they're doing it. So they're preserving the interior, you know, design, of course, but also utilizing this structure that was just a tomb before. So yeah, some people live within these tombs, many people live just alongside them, but it is tens of thousands of people. I mean, that even could be a low estimate. I've seen numbers as high as like 1 million. So 500,000. I can't say for sure though. I just know it's 6 to 7 kilometers. It's a very large area. Some areas are not occupied. They're really desolate, and then some are densely populated. So anyways, yeah, so they've converted these mausoleums into living spaces. There's also a lot of like little local shrines for saints and scholars that are still active today. People are still visiting these shrines. Tombs also double as wafq. And what is a wafq, you might ask? Well, let me explain with a voiceover.
An awaf is an endowment made by a person, dedicating property, land, or income to be used for a charitable or religious purpose forever. The property or funds are frozen, meaning they can't be sold or inherited, and the profits or use of the asset go towards the public good. The services funded by an awaf could be anything: building and maintaining mosques, schools, hospitals, water fountains, libraries, or even supporting families. Sometimes people use awaf loosely to refer to the building or institution created from such an endowment, but it isn't so much a place as it is a system or legal arrangement in Islamic law. So, while an awaf often results in places that offer charitable services, the word itself refers to the endowment rather than the physical place.
So yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of madrasas, sabils, and khanqahs. A lot of different things about this wafq related idea, charitable idea. And because of this area, the City of the Dead is so old, you know, it goes back over 1,000 years. There are many layers of history. So we're going to be seeing signs of the Fatimid, Ayyubid, Mamluk, and even Ottoman periods. So yeah, we're going to be cruising through time, so to speak. Now, recent governmental development projects have actually cut through parts of the necropolis and demolished very old mausoleums. So it is an ongoing controversy, of course, that has caused public outcry, especially from like preservationists and such. Yeah, so it is what it is. I'm not going to be talking about that today, though. That is not what I'm here for. I'm just here to show the history. And we basically have arrived now to our destination, first destination. We've just been driving down Bab el Wezir Street. And this is Bab el Wezir Cemetery. I guess I can just go in with my motorcycle. I think that's okay. I never even thought about that. But I know people drive and live through these areas, so you can see tracks. Okay. So Bab el Wezir, why is it named this? This is the... Oh, got a car behind me. Definitely vehicles passing through here. Totally okay with the motorcycle. Been here for 1,000 years, man. People are living in this area. Wow. Oh, I'm supposed to be going to a certain one that I wanted to see, and I just started cruising. Okay, let me cruise around a little bit as I tell you a little bit about this and reset the location. But yeah, it's called Bab el Wezir Cemetery because there was an old gate, an Ayyubid era gate called Bab el Wezir, I think 1341, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of information I'm trying to remember here for this video, to be honest. But yeah, there was an old gate that was called that. It's basically demolished now or dismantled because it was a safety hazard. I mean, it's a very old gate, obviously. It's been standing for hundreds and hundreds of years. So yeah, it was one of the old gates of Cairo, just like Bab Zuweila, which we saw, which is stunning and well preserved. And so the government dismantled it because of it being dilapidated, and over time, an earthquake a couple hundred years ago made it unsafe as well. So, but anyways, that's why the cemetery is called Bab el Wezir, which means Gate of the Minister. And what are we going to see in this place? So I missed the first one. Well, I guess we have to turn around already. But as you can see, not a quiet cemetery. Quieter than other parts of the City of the Dead, for sure. But it suddenly thinks I'm walking. No Google Maps. I'm on the bike. So, yes, this is Bab el Wezir. And I've been writing down a lot of information. In case you guys didn't know, I am not an encyclopedia or Wikipedia or whatever. I research heavily for videos like this, and then I try to remember it all as I'm driving, which is funny. Now, oh, it must be this. Yeah. Let's go around here a little bit. Okay. I don't actually want to sit in the sun, but I've just kind of done a little bit of research for certain things about the mausoleums and history in the City of the Dead. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about each place. I don't think I'll be getting off here though. It looks sectioned off. It is called the Mausoleum of Darb al-Sharifi. I'm going to butcher these names, by the way. Oh crap. Very narrow area. I'm already blocking the road. He gave me a thumbs up. Did you see that? Anyways, all right, let's just quickly tell you about this mausoleum. And there's so many different names and long ones that, yes, I am never going to say them right. But the Mausoleum of Darb al-Sharifi, this was built in, let me back up a little bit. So this was built in 1503 for a prominent military commander during the Mamluk period, of course, 1503. So it is his mausoleum, Darb al-Sharifi. I'm hoping to go inside some of these places, but maybe not this one. Yes, but he was a Mamluk commander serving under the last Mamluk sultans before the Ottoman conquest in 1517. He was obviously rich enough to build his own mausoleum. He was a wealthy man. And it also has a sabil and a kotab. There's a lot of this that I'm going to be mentioning. A sabil is like, or sabil is like a public drinking fountain. And a kotab is a Islamic elementary school. But there's a lot of this and that I'm going to be talking about, madrasas and khanqahs and all of that. So I'll explain more as we're driving around. Anyways, let's go to the next site. Yeah, we're going to be cruising around a lot today because there is just so much to see. Wow, some of these buildings are or these mausoleums, I guess I should say, are very old. But these are all tombs. Wow, look at this one, huh? So there are literal apartments in this neighborhood. So, look at this one. This is definitely in ruins. I don't know if you can see that. There's a lot to see, but I mean, obviously this crumbling section in the back. Probably not safe to like crawl around in, but I see a cat back there. For a cat, it's okay. So this is the Mausoleum of Yunus al-Dawadar. It was built in 1382 for, of course, Yunus al-Dawadar, who was a trusted court official and military leader and close associate of Sultan Barquq, or Baruch, I don't know how the Egyptians say it, but he was actually never buried here because he died in battle in Syria and his body was never returned to Cairo. So, yep, it was never used for him. But actually, because he was close with Sultan Baruch, his father, the Sultan Barquq, actually buried his father in this mausoleum for a little while until he died, and then the body was moved to be with his son. Anyways, yeah, we'll see that mausoleum later on as well, the Mausoleum of Sultan Barquq, or Baruch. Okay, well, that is that one. Now let's keep rolling through and just get a look at the area. It is huge. It is huge. And I don't know if you guys are really interested in the history or if you just want to see some stuff. But the next one is about 5 minutes up over that way, I believe. This is like a pretty quiet section though, I will say, compared to other areas of the City of the Dead. This is obviously not my first time here, by the way, in case you are thinking it is. Actually, my first time in the City of the Dead was, like, I think my first week in Cairo. I went to walking from downtown Cairo to Cave Church, and had to pass through the City of the Dead and Garbage City to reach Cave Church, and through all the market areas, Ataba, Al-Mosque, Khanqah. Then you cross the big highway, and then you enter the City of the Dead, and then finally you hit Garbage City. It's called that, it's nicknamed that. If you don't know what it is, you can watch videos I've made about it. But to get to Cave Church, yes, so, and I've passed through it here and there. I mean, the Sayyida Aisha market, the animal market that I filmed 2 videos about, one a long time ago and then one recently, is also in the City of the Dead. So like, it's a huge area, it's, people are living here, it's busy, but these are all Islamic era tombs from long ago. I guess I'm supposed to be going this way. So let's go. Actually, you know what I was gonna tell you guys? I'm afraid of the dogs. I feel, I hope I'm not jinxing myself here, but there are just... Oh, hello. So I am already running into issues with my GoPro, and it's not that the battery has died, because that would be great. I could just change it, but it is overheating. And when I mean overheating, I'm touching this battery and it is burning my fingers. It's easier to touch it this way than hold it like this. So that means I have to wait for my GoPro to cool down a little bit before I can start the video again. But I think I was telling you about the dogs. Yes, there's a bunch of dogs. Actually, as soon as I said that and the battery died, and then I pulled the corner to come over here to film in the shade, and there was like so many dogs, but they're all just sleeping. But I am a little bit concerned about them chasing me, being territorial. This is their neighborhood, not mine. So we'll see. I'm hoping, you know, knock on wood or helmet that I don't. But I have been, I think there's a video of it actually, like a long time ago when I first arrived to Egypt, walking through the City of the Dead. I think I made a video about that. And yeah, this dog was running after me, and I was like, no. As I do anytime a dog comes at me barking. So fingers crossed that we don't have to deal with that today. But yeah, there's a lot more to see. Right now we are in the northern section. In case I did not make that clear, we are in the Bab el Wezir Cemetery. But we are now leaving and heading up to more of the northern section. And well, there's a lot of mausoleums to stop and see there. I might get off and go inside a few, and then we'll head to the southern section. So, all right, well, I'm gonna wait for this to cool down, and then we'll be on the road again. Hello. Bit of an update. I was just physically harassed, sexually harassed, and robbed. Yeah, I knew coming into this area that it is not the safest area. I stupidly should not have stopped in such a deserted area. And I knew that tuk-tuk was trouble when he pulled up. But I didn't know really what to do, and I didn't handle that well at all. I will just say that. That was very bad the way I handled that. But I don't, yeah, tuk-tuks are already always trouble. He was grabbing at me, and he's like, give me money. He snatched 30 pounds out of my hands, or out of my backpack.
Are you gonna take it? Hey! أخويا. لا أنا عايزة أشوف ده. عايزة أشوف بكم ده؟ 30؟ تمام خلاص. بس والله. Oh لا. أيوه. لا. Because I was like, I was trying to just get him to go away, and I was like, ooh, look at that view. I'll give you cigarettes. And then he saw that and then snatched it out of my hands, and he also saw 50 pounds, and then he snatched my key. أخويا لا باستا. Stop. أنا شوي خايفة عشان أنت قريب أنا مش بحب.
أروق يعني؟
Stop.
تبعت لي 50.
أخويا أنت عندك 30.
أخذ منك مفاتيح.
Stop.
اللي تجيبي معك هتاخذ اللي معك.
تمام عايز إيه؟
هات اللي معك.
إيه؟
هات 50 جنيه.
إذا 50 كان تمام؟ بجد؟ اخويا لو سمحت
مش اديني 50 طب يا بوسه 50
ده الاول
ما انا عارف
ده الاول
هات 50 وانا هاخد 50
لا ده الاول بعد كده الى 50 ده الاول
طلع 50 طلع 50
تمام عايزه ده give me that give it to me
هذا 50 يلا
Yeah, that was very badly handled. Anyway, so then he kept on trying to say more, and I was like, help! And he quickly got on his tuk-tuk and drove away, and I should have just done that to begin with, but I wasn't thinking very smartly, obviously.
بجد
اسمع مني
انت مش كويس.
انا موت انا هنا خلي بالك اسمع مني.
اوكي 50
واحد تاني.
لا خلاص.
لا تابع ممكن
help هو مش كويس هو حرامي.
Anyways, a bunch of locals came to my help after.
عم محمد توك توك تهجم عليها وقولي كده يا صوتي انا قلت لها في حاجه توك تجري منها كده. انت بخير؟ هي كويسه خلي بالك
انا كله تمام بس هو تهرش انا وهو
انت كنت خدت بالك.
بصي ما تخليش التليفون كده.
انا عارفه هو
لا هي ماشيه على التليفون انا ماشيه عليه. انا عايزه تروح هنا
انا امشي المنطقه.
ايوه انت طالما بخير خلاص.
عشان انا عايزه اشوف السلطان الاشرف قيتباي الجامع.
الطريق ده كله. هو الطريق ده كله.
تمام. امان ولا
لا امان ما تخافيش.
بس هنا لا
هنا امان برضه ما قالوا لنا يعني احنا كده بسرعه. يعني لما يكون حد زي كده ما بنسيبوش يعني.
انت صوتك اللي نبهني ليكي.
لا نادى.
بصي عمك محمد هنا غفير المنطقه تمام. الله اكبر عليه.
ما تخافيش الحمد لله اللي جت على كده.
عشان
انت ناقصك اي حاجه؟
لا كله تمام دلوقتي.
طب الحمد لله. لا بس الحمد لله جت على كده. اهم حاجه ندخل بخير.
شكرا
يلا امني على حاجتك كده وامشي كده قدامنا.
تمام يا انا هروح هناك.
حبيبي ربنا يستر عليك.
شكرا جدا.
عايزة أصور سلطان قيتباي
قدام زي ما انت على طول.
زي ما انت ماشيه كده.
تمام.
هتلاقي صد كده يا صلاح سالم هتلاقي خش يمين بقى.
قيتباي.
هتلاقي قيتباي والبرقوق
والكلام ده.
والبرقوق هناك برضه.
بالظبط.
والشهداء ايوه. او ما تخش كده يمين في الاخر يمين.
اوكي.
هتلاقي صد منه.
تمام.
حاجه واحده زي كده وراجع سايب توك توك سبحان الله يعني عالو متعين.
زي ما قابلك الوحش هقابلك الحلو.
They were very kind, and he said this area is safe, but take care in this section. Yeah, I don't even know how comfortable I feel leaving my motorcycle out, in deserted areas. This area is totally fine. I just passed one of the mosques I want to see, or the mausoleums. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend ladies coming through here alone though, or even guys, you can get robbed. I could have handled that much better and then nothing would have happened, but I think I'm gonna go this way again, see if I can. This is so beautiful, whatever this is. And I have my phone out and I have cameras. I'm very obviously sticking out. So for any deserted areas, it's not so smart. Obviously. Like back there. I don't know about going back there. I'm just trying to find this one thing. What is it called? Sultan Al-Ashraf Qaytbay. I could ask this guy. Assalamu alaikum. عايزة أروح السلطان الأشرف Qaytbay.
الاشرف
هنا؟
سلطان اشرف
سلطان الأشرف Qaytbay Mosque and Mausoleum مسجد.
خش كده الشارع ده كده كده لا الحاره دي
بجد؟ اوكي.
الحوش ده
اها
الحوش ده في حاره وراه اهي خش فيها قدام على طول.
اوكي تمام شكرا جدا. مع السلامة. All right, good, kind of local helping me out. I want to wait for this little microbus to pass. Let's go. I'm sure a lot of these areas are totally fine. Like, as long as you don't stop in a deserted area like I did, total idiot. And then, you know, this tuk-tuk comes up, and I could have yelled for help. There's people moving around, but I just let him fucking be close to me and take advantage of me because I was acting weak. Gave him money instead of saying fuck you and like screaming, but he had a lot of stuff out, you know. Anyways, I think I don't know if I'm going the wrong way now. I think I'm going too far. We'll figure it out. We're just cruising around the neighborhoods. Actually, I want to film that. So there you have the citadel of Qaytbay. All of these tombs, and then Ma'atam mountain you can see in the back there. And the foothills here. Yeah, most of the people are really nice and friendly in here, I'm sure, but I'm doing a little bit of risky stuff by having all of these cameras out, drawing attention to myself, filming. But the show must go on. That's so hilarious that I got robbed, I think. Like, that quickly. I basically just got into the area and then bam. Okay. Moving on. Now, I wonder, I feel like the northern section is gonna be safer than the southern section. I mean, it's honestly, anytime you're in crowds, I feel safe. It's about being in empty areas, as I've always said, that is the issue. So that, to me, was my mistake and why I had problems. And then, of course, I shouldn't have, okay, we're supposed to go this way. I shouldn't have let him take my money from me. Once he started harassing me, I should have just been like, help! And had my hands on my keys. He wouldn't have been able to yank my phone out very easily, and then that would have been that. So that was definitely my fault for letting him do that. Because it could have been prevented. This is again a desolate feeling place, but there are people, and as long as I don't stop, take out my batteries and have all this stuff everywhere where I can't just drive off quickly, because I tried to, I sensed that was coming, and I tried to start putting my stuff back in, but then I had, you know, my helmet, and I can't just drive off without my helmet, and that's when he started making his moves. It was too late. Anyways, khalas, I don't want to hear about it, you guys. I know that I do risky shit. Wow. Here we are. Can we go inside this? I wonder if it's allowed to go inside. Built in 1472, it was endowed, like I was mentioning about the Zafk, as a madrasa, and the attached dome mausoleum are at the heart of the large funerary complex of Sultan Qaytbay. Oh. And, wow. I wonder if I'm allowed to go in or not. It's locked up. It's one of the big ones here. It would be kind of cool to go inside. But, well, maybe I would have to do a walking tour where I'm not paranoid about leaving my bike out. You know, walking actually would also be fine around here, in my opinion, as long as you're staying to busy areas and not letting fucking tuk-tuk teenagers get close to you. Alright guys, well this is the Mosque of Sultan Qaytbay. Yeah, driving the motorcycle around. It's like you either keep moving or come and walk and film inside. Well, I don't see that guy moving. He's chilling, so we're gonna go to the next place. Feels good to also get moving again. It's not so hot. Yeah, I don't know if I think I was so distracted or like all over the place after that just happened. But my first time passing through, I was with another girl, and there was some weird boy. We were again in a very desolate, empty part of City of the Dead. There was no one around, and this guy started following us, and was trying to like spank my ass. It was actually almost comical because of how crazy it was. I was like, he was like trying to shuffle around and like spank my ass, and I was like, bro, like what the fuck, are you serious? Like I was like almost dancing away from him, and like, are you crazy, bro? It was like he was on drugs or something. Like I don't know, the weirdest shit ever. I actually forgot about that. It was 4 years ago, and kind of funny. I laughed about it with the girl I was with, like, what the fuck is that dude on? But he was a teenager. Teenagers are the fucking worst. But wow, yeah, anyways, let's forget about that kid. Some graffiti, art, murals, cool. Alright, this is a big complex, huh? Am I allowed to just go inside? Looks locked up. Not sure.
Completed in 1432, this complex featured a Khanqah, mausoleum, and a mosque. It was commissioned by Sultan Barsbay, who was known for strengthening Mamluk control over the spice trade in the Eastern Mediterranean and for his patronage of architecture. Even in Barsbay's time, Cairo's population was growing, and the cemeteries doubled as neighborhoods with markets, workshops, and Sufi lodges. Building here meant his complex would be part of a living, bustling district rather than an isolated grave site. His OF ensured that the mosque would remain active, maintained by income from shops, baths, and agricultural lands he assigned to it. In Mamluk culture, this kind of endowment was both an act of faith and a political move to secure a lasting public presence.
Hi, little kitty. Hello. Hi. All right, so just outside the mausoleum, and met two ladies. One of the ladies opened and took me inside. I tried to give her money even, and she refused, but then she showed me where they're preparing food to feed the neighborhood later this evening. She told me they do it every day to feed the neighborhood for free. They were making koshary, and yeah, I thought that was really amazing. I forgot her name already. I'm not good with names. But yeah, really beautiful, kind people, you know, like aside from, you know, earlier. But yeah. So, all right, we continue the explorations. There are some more mausoleums and mosques and the like to see. So, yalla bina. Oh, this area is just so massive. Not looking these dogs up here. I hope they don't have an issue with me. It's okay. Wow, this is a massive mosque, I believe, eh? What is this? I haven't marked it on my maps. Hold on. Mosque in Khanqah al-Nasir, Faraj ibn Barquq. Oh, I did. I didn't put it on my maps though. That's interesting. Wow. Well, let me tell you a little bit about him.
This is the mosque in Khanqah of Al-Nasir Faraj ibn Barquq. It is a monumental religious complex built around the year 1400 and features a Khanqah combined with a Friday mosque, while also serving as the burial place for the Sultan and his family. It's notable for its twin minarets, one of the largest stone domes in Mamluk, Cairo, as well as its vast courtyard. The reign of this Mamluk Sultan of Egypt and Syria was filled with trouble. He became Sultan at 13 after his father's death, and dealt with instability during his reign, internal revolts, power struggles amongst emirs, Bedouin unrest, famine, and the looming threat of Timur, who invaded Syria in 1400 and devastated Damascus. This young sultan's rule was interrupted multiple times. He was deposed, restored, and deposed again amidst Mamluk politics. His inability to consolidate power or maintain stability eventually led to his capture by rivals in 1412, and he was executed at the age of 26.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Alright guys, well, we are leaving the northern section of the City of the Dead to head to the southern section. Let's go! As you can see, I'm not filming with my other camera. I think it's just a pain in the ass to take it in and out, especially since I was going into one of the mausoleums there. But yeah, now we are headed to the southern section, which is the oldest part I have no idea how it's gonna be there. This is one hell of a view. I think I should stop here and film. This video is a lot of fucking work. I didn't even get to do or say as much as I wanted because I got distracted by that kid. I mean, I don't even know. Can you say I got robbed? I gave it to him. I got robbed because I was coerced into it. Because I was fearing for my safety. Actually, more my stuff than my actual safety. I don't think people are like gonna stab you out here or carry knives on them, but yeah, I was concerned because I did have all my shit out. The wrong place at the wrong time. That's Garbage City. I have no idea what to expect from the southern section. I mean, it's much older. I don't have a lot of history there. I only have one like mausoleum I really want to stop at. I have a feeling it's definitely a lot more in ruins. This is Malta Mountain, by the way, the foothills and the mountain ahead of us. Oh my God. I didn't even know that was coming up. Good thing I didn't take it. The Citadel of Salah al-Din. Alright, so I just stopped to get a look at this really quickly. My battery my camera's overheating, so it turns itself off. But this is an example of the new development. So they have this huge highway, which I'm sure cut through the city of the dead here. As you can see, there's portions down there, and they've just, whatever was here is now gone. But yeah, let's jump on the bike and get going. But yeah, this is the older section. I have not seen this new highway, so that is new for me. I'm not over in this section a lot, or in this part of the city rather. Telling me to turn in here. I'm trying to go visit the one shrine. Ooh, it's a very zigzagging road here. Excuse me, dogs. Well, there's definitely activity in here, huh? Cars and stuff, which is always a good sign for me. Why? Why is that tuk-tuk now turning? So it looks like people, a lot of stuff out on the streets here. Garbage, huh? But this is the older part of City of the Dead. We have tombs from the 7th century. Actually, I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit busier, but this section is very desolate. Streets are pretty empty, save for few of the main streets, huh? Wait, do you want me to go through there or through there? Okay. It's whatever, Google. Whatever you say. Some bread. I think I was supposed to go through there. Let's go. Oh, some shade. Well, that battery overheated quickly. Let's go. I only needed to last a few more minutes till we get to the one mausoleum I have marked on my maps. People are friendly here though. They seem curious, kind of just looking at me. Small wave. Lady was like, "Do you need anything?" Walking by. And I was like, "No, I do not, miss, but thank you." Yeah, the GoPro batteries are just, the camera itself, it's not the batteries overheating, it's the whole camera that is making the batteries hot. And there's no good way to resolve that as far as I'm aware. GoPro's like weather resistant to cold, not to heat, bro. So, salam alaikum. Eh? ما اعرفش بس عندي فيها المابس. على طول وشمال
يمين في شمال الله.
شكرا مع السلامة. You know what though that comes from? Robekia. Oh, okay, he was right. I think this is the better way to go. I don't know, it wasn't looking like it went through. Maybe, what am I doing? Yeah, this is an easier road. Maybe. Whoop. Whoopa. There's really like buildings, apartment buildings or something mixed in with, oh, well, this is a very populated little area. Oh, cool. Anyways, all right, we are at our destination almost. Is this it? It would make sense if that was it. Oh, I can't read it from here. Mosque and Dome of Hummin. Let me try to get a look at the name. Yeah, this is it. So can I park in here? Come in. Okay, shukran. Oh. Okay, we have arrived.
The Mausoleum of Imam Al Shafayi in Cairo is one of the most important Islamic shrines in Egypt and is a major pilgrimage and heritage site. Muhammad ibn Idris Al Shafayi was a descendant of the Prophet Muhammad through his grandfather's line and was born in Gaza in 767. Orphaned young and raised in Mecca, he studied under leading scholars and traveled extensively in the Islamic world before living and dying in Fustat, the first Islamic capital in Egypt, in the year 820 at age 54. He was the founder of the Shafi'i school of Islamic law and was revered for his legal scholarship, poetry, and contributions to Islamic theology. He was buried here in the southern cemetery of the City of the Dead, and at first, his grave was marked simply. Around 1211, an Ayyubid Sultan built a large wooden dome over the grave to honor him, along with a mausoleum structure. Later rulers, especially during the Mamluk period, added marble panels, Quranic inscriptions, and ornate wooden screens. Maintenance and restorations continued during the Ottoman period, preserving the structure as a pilgrimage site, which it continues to be today.
Alright guys, I am leaving the area. I started talking to the police there because they were chatting with me, and then this is apparently a pretty visited area by foreigners, because suddenly a subscriber recognized me. She was getting out of a van and said hello from England. So yeah, I sat talking to her for a while, Then like a hearse showed up with obviously someone's body in there. They're about to bury them, but they bring them into the mosque apparently to bless them first. I did not know that. They did that. Oh, honey. Oh, he has a injured little foot. I just hate tuk-tuks. I know he's not bothering me. Anyways, yeah, I actually like taking tuk-tuk rides, but like driving next to them or dealing with those men are just awful. Yeah, as today exemplified. Okay, I'm gonna keep going this way because it seems like much better roads to get out of here. Anyhow, yeah, so that was a beautiful mosque. Very beautiful. And I could go driving through this area more and more, but I think hopefully we got a little bit of a look at it. I'm just getting very hot, and it was already let's say an eventful day. I am not like traumatized or anything by that. I'm just fucking upset at myself for being a stupid idiot. But nothing major. I basically handed him all my money because I was getting bad. He's asked for it, but I know he wasn't asking for it, you know. And so I was hoping he would just take it and kind of go, but he, of course, just kept leeching it. And then, yeah, if I knew martial arts, I probably would have done something to him. Anyways, all's well that ends well, thank God, because there was people around. And that is City of the Dead. It's a big area. Covers a lot. I wanted to make a better video than I did today. I already know it's not going to turn out the way I wanted, but hey, can't all have everything. But I did my best with the circumstances. Oh. So, yeah. Anyways, well, I don't have my camera out to like wave goodbye at you, but thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Everyone that leaves comments supports me, and of course, you don't need to tell me about the dangers of what I do or possible things in good and bad neighborhoods. I know. I know, and I do shit anyways. That's how I live my life. I make these choices, I pay the consequences, and I'm fine with that. Goodbye, City of the Dead. So, I accept. I guess I'm not gonna say I'm fine with that, but I accept what, like, the risks that I take and what could happen. So, anyways, alright, enough. Khalas. Have a great day. I hope you can come to Cairo and eat all the good food here and meet all the amazing people. For every one bad person that I meet, there's 20 or 30 good people, amazing people. Yeah, so catch you guys on the next one. Ma salama. Apparently I need to go left. Yeah. Ada. Oh god. Oh no, no, no. Shit, motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry, but I need to go through here. Oh, motherfuck. That was the turn lane. Shit. I get it now. What up, Shaya? Whoops. I didn't mean to do this. Oh, a disaster. I didn't stop recording, but this is what happens after, I'm so confused. Where am I supposed to be going right now? Maybe it's just that way. I think I'm supposed to be going that way, actually. Yeah, pretty sure. I can't tell though. I think it might be straight. Which way is it? Thank God for the bus. Oh, it is this way. The video that never ends. You guys want to ride all the way home with me? Sometime I need to film this aqueduct too. This is an aqueduct that goes on for a long time. There's some history behind it, but I have to do more research, see what else I can involve with that aqueduct before I make a video about it. I heard that you could climb up it, but pretty sure that is not true. Okay, we have a traffic jam up here. Let's follow Talabat's lead. Come on, Talabat. He's really busy looking at his phone. Could just do a driving. Get off your phone, bro. It's not even looking. Could just do a driving tour every day, all day, anytime I go out. Man, I was hungry hours ago. Time to get some food.